Welcome to CSEGuru. In this session, we will discuss data structures and applications. In that, we are going to discuss the topic C program to perform stack operations using array. Already, we have discussed that there are three basic operations in stack. One is push operation, which is nothing but insert, pop, nothing but delete operation, and peek operations. With example, already we have discussed. Now, we are going to discuss how to implement a C program to perform these three basic operations on stack using array. So here, this is the C program. First, you need to declare the required header files. Then, hash define the constant value you need to declare for the max variable. This max represents the stack size. So, in array representation of stack, what is the size of the stack you are referring, you are declaring? Only that size will be allocated in the program. During execution, we cannot able to increase the size. So here, now we have allocated the maximum size of the array is 5. And the size of the array will vary from 0 to n minus 1, that is 4. Here size is 5, n minus 1, 5 minus 1 in this is 4. So totally 5 memory location. First location is 0, last location is 4. Okay. And then declare the variables, global variables, stack of max, that is stack of 5 memory locations you need to allocate, and the top is equal to -1, meaning is initially the stack is empty. So whenever top represents -1 in the sense, meaning is value is null. Okay, there is no more elements in the stack. So this is the initial representation. And what are all the user-defined function we are going to use in this program? In the sense, there are 4 different functions we are going to use. One is push, insert operation, pop, delete operation, peek. It will refer and display the top element of the stack, and display in the sense it will display all the contents of the stack one by one. Okay, so peek in the sense only top element it will refer and display. Display in the sense from the top it will refer and display each and every element present in the stack. Okay, that is the difference between peek and display. And void push in the sense, here you need to pass parameter, the stack data structure, and what is the value you want to insert. That value you need to pass as a parameter. And pop in the sense only stack data structure is enough. Because if you are implementing the pop operation, the top value will be decremented by 1 automatically. So whenever you are decrementing the top value, automatically the top element will be deleted, and the top will represent the previous memory location. Okay. And the peek operation in the sense, here only stack data structure is enough. So in the stack, what is the top element of the stack? It will refer and display. And the display also, here stack data structure is enough to pass as a parameter. It will refer the stack, and from the top one by one it will refer the element and display the content. And this is the main function. And here value and option you need to pass. Value for insert operation you need to pass the value. Okay. And the menu for the stack operation, if you are considering, option 1 is push. That is nothing but insert operation. Pop is nothing but the delete operation in stack. Peek in the sense it will display the top element of the stack. Okay, only the top element it will refer and display. And display in the sense all stack elements it will display. One by one all stack elements it will display. If you are giving option 5 in the sense, it will exit from the main menu. Okay, then enter your option. Suppose if I am entering the option 1 in the sense, it will go to first case statement, switch option. Suppose if you are entering option 1, it will go to case 1. Remaining all the case statements, it will skip. Only case 1, it will execute. Here, enter the number to be pushed onto the stack. For example, value, whatever the value you want to push, that you enter it. For example, I am entering 10. Okay. Then push. This is the user-defined function. And here, we need to pass the parameter, the stack data structure, and the value. Value is 10. Okay. Immediately control will go to the user defined function push. Void push, and here the stack data structure we need to pass as a parameter. Value you need to pass. Here, before implementing the insert operation, we need to check the value. If top is equal to max minus 1. What is the max value? 5. 5 minus 1 in the sense 4, it will check it. If top value is equal to 4 in the sense, meaning is all the elements in the stack is full. That is, all the memory locations is completely filled. There is no space to store the element. In that case, it will display stack is overflow. Suppose if this condition is false, if top not equal to max minus 1. Then it will go to else part, increment the top position by 1, place the value with the stack of top. With the incremented position, you need to place the value. Okay. For example, here if you are considering this array as stack, 0 is the starting location, 1, 2, 3, 4. Totally 5 memory locations. Starting location is 0, last location is 4. And now if top element is pointing to minus 1, this is minus 1. If top is pointing to minus 1 in the sense, meaning is there is no element in the stack. So initially we have declared like top is minus 1, right? Meaning is stack is empty. So now if I want to push an element into the stack, element value is 10. Okay. It will check the condition whether top is equal to max minus 1. Top is minus 1. Okay. Now top value equal to minus 1. It is not equal to max minus 1. So increment the top position by 1. Now top will point here and element will be placed here. Increment the top position, place the element. Suppose again I am giving the option as 1 and in the switch statement case 1 will execute. Now I want to insert an element 20. Okay. Here it will check top is equal to max minus 1. Now top value is 0. Okay. So top is equal to 0 now. Condition fails. It will go to else part. Just it will increment the top position by 1. Now top will point to the next memory location. Place the element. Similarly, if I want to implement 30, now top is pointing to top value is 1. It is not equal to max minus 1. That is top, if it is equal to 4 only, condition will fail. Increment the top position and place the element. Now top will point to 30. Next, if I want to place 40, increment the top position, place the value. Next, if I want to place 50, increment the top position and place the value. Next, if I want to place the value 60 in the sense, now if we are checking the top position, top is equal to, what is the top value? It is 4. Max minus 1, 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. Yes, this condition is true. So it will display stack overflow. It won't allow to insert one more element into the stack because all the memory locations it is filled. Okay, there is no space to place the new element. So it will display stack overflows. This message it will display. Okay, it won't implement the actual insert operation when stack is full. Suppose if space is there in the sense, this condition will fail, this else part will execute. Here you need to increment the top position and then place the value. Then if you are entering option 2 in the sense, it will skip case 1 and it will go to case 2. Okay, because option is 2. And here, what is the value present in the top of the stack? That will be stored with the variable value. If value not equal to minus 1, meaning is stack is not empty, content is there. In that case, print the value of the deleted stack, the value will be printed and after executing this pop user-defined function, it will break. Remaining all the case statements, it will skip. So here, what is the top element of the stack? That will be stored with the value and then it will implement the pop operation. That is, it will delete the top element of the stack. Once the function is called in the sense, immediately control will be transferred to the corresponding user-defined function pop. And here you need to pass the parameter stack as the data structure. And here, value you need to declare as integer. Top is equal to minus 1 in the sense, it will check whether stack is empty. If stack is empty in the sense, you cannot able to perform delete operation. There is no more element in the stack. How you will perform the delete operation? Okay. So you cannot able to perform. In that case, it will display the message stack underflow. Okay. Suppose if this condition fails, it will go to else part. Then what is the top element of the stack? And that top element will be stored with the value, decrement the top position by 1 and then it will return the value. Okay, for example, if you are considering this as the stack data structure using array, here totally 5 elements, now 10, 20, 30. Now top is pointing here. Okay, top is pointing to second memory location and here it will check the condition whether top is equal to minus 1. No, top is equal to 2 now. Okay, so here this condition fails. It will go to else part and here what is the top element of the stack? What is the top element of the stack? That is 30. 30 will be placed with value. Decrement the top position by 1. So now decrement the top position by 1. Okay. Automatically this element will be deleted. This memory will be released. Okay. And just it will return the value 30. Again, if you want to delete it in the sense, just it will check whether top is equal to -1. If condition fails, just decrement the top position by 1. Now top will point here, automatically element will be deleted, and this value, what it will represent, the deleted element it will represent. So this is pop operation. And whenever top is equal to -1, if it is referring in the sense, meaning is there is no element in the stack. In this position, if it is referring in the sense, meaning is there is no element in the stack. From the 0th memory location only, memory will be allocated. From this location only, you can able to store the element. Suppose top is equal to -1 in the sense, meaning is stack is empty. With the empty stack, you cannot able to perform pop operation. No more element in the stack, how you will delete it? That is not possible. Next, if you are entering option 3 in the sense, it will go to peak operation, that is case 3. It will skip case 1, skip case 2, directly go to case 3. Case 4 also it won't execute. Here value equal to peak of st. So in the stack data structure, what is the peak element that will be stored with the value, and then it will implement the user defined function peak. So here control will goes to the user defined function peak, and here you need to pass parameter as the stack data structure. And here also, before implementing the peak operation, you need to check whether top is equal to -1. Meaning is whether stack is empty. You are checking. If stack is empty in the sense, you cannot able to perform peak operation. Okay. If stack is empty in the sense, you cannot able to perform pop operation also, peak operation also, display operation also. All these 3 operations you cannot able to perform. Okay. So if top is equal to -1, if the condition is true, it will display the message stack is empty. Suppose if this condition fails, it will go to else part, just it will return the top position of the stack. Okay, so here this is the array implementation of stack, and here the elements we have placed. Okay, and top is pointing here, for example. So if you are implementing the peak operation, it will check the condition whether top is equal to -1. No, top is equal to 3 now. Okay, condition fails. It will go to else part, just it will return stack of top. What is stack of top? It is 40. Just it will return element 40. Okay, so this is nothing but peak operation. Peak operation, just it will return the top position of the stack. And before implementing peak operation, you need to check whether stack is empty. Here also you need to check the condition if value not equal to -1, that is stack should not be empty. If stack is empty in the sense, you cannot able to implement the peak operation. Okay. So after implementing the peak operation, what is the value? It has to display. Next, option 4 in the sense, it will display all the stack elements one by one. If you are entering option is 4 in the sense, it will skip case 1, case 2 as well as case 3, control goes to case 4. And here just display of st. So display is the user defined function. Once it is called with the stack data structure, control will be transferred to the user defined function display. And here it will check whether stack is empty. Top is equal to -1. With the empty stack, you cannot able to perform display operation also, because there is no elements in the stack. How you will perform the display operation? Okay. So if top is equal to -1, just it will display the message stack is empty. Suppose if this if condition fails in the sense, control goes to else part, and here using this for loop, it will display the elements one by one. For example, here this is the stack array, and here all the elements you have placed. Okay, and now top is pointing to 3rd memory location. Okay, so here for loop, initially for condition I is equal to top. What is the top position value? It is 3. I is equal to 3, and it will check the condition I greater than or equal to 0. 3 greater than or equal to 0. Yes, the condition is true. Okay, then it will print st of I. What is I? St of 3 it will print. St of 3, what is the value? It will print 40. Okay, next for loop iteration, I gets decremented. Now I value is 2. It will check the condition 2 greater than or equal to 0. If the condition is true in the sense, it will display st of I. Now I value is 2. St of 2 position, what is the value? It will display 30. Next iteration, I value gets decremented. I equal to 1, 1 greater than or equal to 0, condition is true. It will display this 1 position element. Next iteration, I gets decremented to 0, 0 greater than or equal to 0, condition is true. It will display 10. Okay. Next iteration, I gets decremented to -1, -1 greater than or equal to 0, condition fails. Okay, so it will display 40, 30, 20 and 10. One by one the elements will be displayed. What are all the elements present in the stack from the top position, it will display one by one. Okay, that is the purpose of display operation. Option 5 in the sense, control will exit from this loop or main menu. So these are all the basic operations you can able to perform with the stack. Okay, display operations normally for any data structure you can able to implement, but the main basic operations are push, pop and peek. So this is all about C program to implement the basic operations of stack using array representation. Thank you for watching this video.